Hello everyone, welcome you all to today's class. And in previous class, we have taken some questions based on strictly increasing and strictly decreasing functions. It means we have taken some questions in which we have to find intervals in which the given function is strictly increasing and strictly decreasing. And today's topic of discussion is in continuation with that topic, but maybe we can take the questions of different type, right? So to start with, prove that fx equal to log 1 plus x minus 2x by 2 plus x. It is an increasing function. Be careful. Read the question carefully. Increasing function, not strictly, right? It is an increasing function in its domain. So before getting the whether it is increasing function or not, we have to see what is domain of the function. So as you know, domain of the function means what? The value of x or the values of x for which fx is defined. Now, so we have two terms here, right? It differentiates two types of functions. So as you know, log x is defined when x greater than 0, right? So it means log 1 plus x will be defined when 1 plus x greater than 0. It means 1 plus x greater than 0 means x is greater than minus 1. Okay, so let's check for this also. Here 2x by 2 plus x. Now for this function 2 plus x, this cannot be 0. It means x not equal to minus 2. Okay, so it means except minus 2, 2x by 2 plus x is defined for all values of x. Now, when we are taking x more than minus 1, it means x not equal to minus 2 is automatically coming. It means domain of this function, domain of the function is x greater than minus 1. So it means the question can be reframed as prove that fx equal to log 1 plus x by 2x minus 2x by 2 plus x is an increasing function when x greater than minus 1. Clear? So to check, you have to prove whether the function is increasing, yeah strictly increasing, yeah decreasing, yeah strictly decreasing. First step is find derivative of the function. So f dash x. So here f dash x equal to log 1 plus x. It is 1 by 1 plus x minus, for this function apply quotient rule, 2 plus x whole square, 2 plus x into 2 minus 2x into 1. So it means we are getting 1 by 1 plus x minus, it is 4 plus 2x minus 2x means 4 by 2 plus x whole square. Clear? So it means we are having 1 plus x into 2 plus x whole square. And here 2 plus x whole square minus 4 into 1 plus x. So next one is 1 plus x into 2 plus x whole square. Here it is 4 plus x square plus 4x minus 4 minus 4x. Okay, simple direct simplification. So it means we are having x square in the numerator and 1 plus x into 2 plus x whole square in the denominator. It means we may write it like this, 1 by 1 plus x into x by 2 plus x whole square, right? So here you see this is our f dash x, and for increasing function we have to have f dash x greater than equal to 0, right? For strictly increasing we have f dash x greater than 0, but whenever it is increasing function we have to take f dash x greater than equal to 0. So here you see, yes, so being a perfect square, being a perfect square, being a perfect square, x by 2 plus x whole square is greater than equal to 0, right? So it means the sign of f dash x now depends upon 1 by 1 plus x, right? So it means 1 by 1 plus x into x by 2 plus x whole square is greater than equal to 0 when 1 plus x greater than 0, or you can say x greater than minus 1. So our conclusion is fx is increasing, fx is increasing when x greater than minus 1. Okay, so please have a look at it. So whenever we say f dash x equal to 1 by 1 plus x multiplied by whole square of x by 2 plus x. So this quantity is always greater than equal to 0, because if x 0, we are having x greater than minus 1. So x can be 0 also. So if x 0, you are getting this quantity 0. Otherwise, this is greater than 0, right? It is either greater than 0 or equal to 0. So if this is also greater than 0, the product will be greater than equal to 0. So it means this is greater than equal to 0. So 1 by 1 plus x multiplied by whole square of x by 2 plus x is greater than equal to 0 when this quantity, I mean 1 plus x is greater than 0. So it means x greater than minus 1. Okay, so we wanted this only, right? So fx is an increasing function when x greater than minus 1. It means in its domain fx is always increasing function. Okay, so this question is in your NCERT book. Okay, question number 2. Y equal to, so here we have to prove that y equal to 4 sin theta by 2 plus cos theta minus theta is an increasing function in the closed interval 0 pi by 2. Okay, so this question is from your NCERT textbook. Okay, so first step is getting dy by d theta, right? First derivative. So dy by d theta, equal to, so for this you can apply quotient rule, 2 plus cos theta whole square, then here 2 plus cos theta into 4 cos theta minus 4 sin theta into minus sin theta. Okay, so this is equal to 8 cos theta plus 4 cos square theta plus 4 sin square theta, and also you have this theta here, it is minus 1. 2 plus cos theta whole square. Okay, so if I simplify this, 2 plus cos theta whole square. Have a look at it. Clear? So here you have 4 cos square theta plus 4 sin square theta. That is equal to 4 into sin square theta plus cos square theta. 4. So it means 8 cos theta plus 4 minus, it is 2 plus cos theta whole square. It means 4 plus cos square theta plus 4 cos theta divided by 2 plus cos theta whole square. So it means you are getting here 8 cos theta minus 4 cos theta. It means 4 cos theta plus 4 minus 4 will be cancelled. Minus cos square theta divided by 2 plus cos theta whole square. So we can write here, taking cos theta common, 4 minus cos theta divided by 2 plus cos theta whole square. Okay, now observe this question, this time very clearly. So cos theta into this. So as you know, cos theta is between minus 1 and plus 1. It means obviously cos theta is less than 4. So that is, it means 4 minus cos theta is always greater than 0, because cos theta can never be equal to 4, right? Maximum value of cos theta is 1. So cos theta less than 4, it means 4 minus cos theta greater than 0. Also 2 plus cos theta whole square, this is also greater than 0, right? Because cos theta minimum value minus 1. So it will never be equal to 2, right? And also being perfect square, 2 plus cos theta whole square is greater than 0. It means this quantity 4 minus cos theta by 2 plus cos theta whole square, this quantity is greater than 0. It means the remaining quantity cos theta. So dy by d theta will be greater than equal to 0 if cos theta greater than equal to 0. Yeah, this is less than 0 if cos theta less than 0. It means sine of dy by d theta depends upon cos theta. But we are given the interval 0 pi by 2, right? So we can write here, in closed interval 0 pi by 2, cos theta is greater than equal to 0, because at pi by 2 cos theta equal to 0. Otherwise between 0 pi by 2 cos theta is positive. So in the closed interval 0 pi by 2 cos theta greater than equal to 0. It means cos theta into 4 minus cos theta by 2 plus cos theta whole square, this is greater than equal to 0, because this is greater than 0, this is greater than 0, this is greater than equal to 0. If you take the whole thing, if you combine the whole thing, so this quantity will be greater than equal to 0. It means dy by d theta is greater than equal to 0 in the closed interval 0 pi by 2. This implies y is an increasing function, in 0 pi by 2. Is it clear? Shall we look at the steps? Is it clear? Question number 3. Find the intervals in which fx equal to x cube plus 1 by x cube is increasing or decreasing, x not equal to 0. Okay, the question seems to be very simple, right? So let's see, fx equal to x cube plus 1 by x cube. Step 1 is find derivative, right? So f dash x is 3x square minus 3 by x to the power 4, right? So it means if you take 3 common, you are getting x square minus 1 by x to the power 4. So 3 into x to the power 4 here x to the power 6 minus 1. So it means we are having f dash x equal to 3x square minus 1 into x to the power 4 plus x square plus 1 divided by x to the power 4. So here we are applying the formula a cube minus b cube, right? So a cube minus b cube is a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. So it is x square cube of x square minus 1 cube. So x square minus 1 into this. So here x not equal to 0. It means x square not equal to 0, x to the power 4 not equal to 0. So it means x to the power 4 greater than 0, x square greater than 0, 1 greater than 0. So this term is greater than 0. X to the power 4 being fourth power, being even power of x, it is also greater than 0. So this quantity, I mean x to the power 4 plus x square plus 1 by x to the power 4. This is greater than 0, 3 is greater than 0. So it means f dash x will be greater than equal to 0 if x square minus 1 greater than equal to 0. Similarly, this is less than equal to 0 if x square minus 1 less than equal to 0. Right? So you may take interval in this way, or you can describe and write it also. So if you write here like this, f dash x equal to 0 implies x square minus 1 equal to 0. This implies x minus 1 into x plus 1 equal to 0. So you are having the critical points x equal to 1 and minus 1. Okay, so take the number line. So minus 1 plus 1 you are having. Okay, so now next point is getting the intervals. So you have 1 infinity, minus 1 1 and minus infinity minus 1. So look at the intervals, whether it is open, closed or semi-open, semi-closed. So here we can take x equal to 1 and x equal to minus 1 because the function is increasing. So f dash x can be greater than equal to 0. Similarly, when the function is decreasing, f dash x is less than equal to 0. It means x can be equal to 1 and also x can be equal to minus 1. That's why the intervals are 1 infinity, it is 1 is closed, minus 1 1 we have taken open interval, closed interval because both the ends are included. Here similarly minus infinity minus 1 is also included. So now if you take the intervals, I mean table, so you can write here intervals, then sine of x minus 1, x plus 1, then sine of f dash x, then you can take result. Okay, so here you see, starting with this 1 infinity. So any point more than 1, you can check it here. Suppose x equal to 2. So 2 minus 1, positive. Okay, 2 minus 1 positive here, 2 plus 1, that is also positive. And when x equal to 1, okay, it is x minus 1 equal to 0. So x minus 1, x plus 1, this is, you can say f dash x greater than equal to 0. Result is increasing. Okay, this is positive, positive, but 1 is included. We have taken here 1 closed, right? So it will be 0. So product will be 0 also. Similarly, whenever you take minus 1, 1, you can check for, see, if x equal to minus 1, this is 0. If x equal to plus 1, this is 0. If you take any point in between. So here be very careful, because if you write here 0, because 0 belongs to minus 1, 1. So in that case, even if you get 0 minus 1, 0 plus 1, you may get the result, but mathematically it will be wrong, as x not equal to 0. It is given to you. So while taking this, you have to write like this. Means take the interval minus 1, 1, closed interval, but you have to exclude 0. Right? So in that case, just check. Suppose for example you take 0.5. So 0.5 minus 1 negative, 0.5 plus 1 positive, and at minus 1, at plus 1, this is 0 at plus 1, this is 0 at minus 1. It means f dash x is less than equal to 0. Negative into positive, and both the ends product is 0. So you are getting decreasing function. And last one is minus infinity minus 1. So at x equal to minus 1, x plus 1, 0. So the product x minus 1 into x plus 1 will be 0. If you take any other point, maybe minus 2. So minus 2, it means negative and negative. You are getting f dash x greater than equal to 0. Right? So it is increasing. So your conclusion is fx is increasing for 1 infinity union minus infinity minus 1, and it is decreasing for minus 1, 1 closed interval except 0. Right? So here the common error the students do, they include 0. So in that case, this interval will be wrong, because we are already given x not equal to 0. So we cannot take whole interval minus 1 and plus 1. Right? So we take minus 1, 1 closed interval, but we have to exclude 0. Right? Or you may take like minus 1, 0, 0, 1. Right? Make it 0 open. Then you can take the union of the two. Clear? So the question is very simple, but here a bit trick is involved. So please be very careful. So last question for today's class. Find the least value of a for which fx equal to x square plus ax plus 1 is increasing in the closed interval 1, 2. Okay, so we have to find the minimum value of a for which function is increasing. So first step is finding f dash x. So we have fx equal to x square plus ax plus 1. F dash x equal to 2x plus a. Okay, we are given fx is increasing. So fx is increasing in the interval 1, 2. In the closed interval 1, 2. It means here f dash x greater than equal to 0 in closed interval 1, 2. Right? Now here you see, let's find f dash 1 equal to what? F dash 1 equal to 2 into a. 2 plus a. That is also greater than equal to 0. Right? It means a is greater than equal to minus 2. Similarly, if we write f dash 2, that is equal to 4 plus a, greater than equal to 0. Right? It means a greater than equal to minus 4. So here you see a greater than equal to minus 2, a greater than equal to minus 4. So it means between minus 2 and minus 4, minus 2 is more than minus 4. It means when, so if you combine the two cases, if a is greater than minus 2, automatically it will be greater than minus 4. Right? So it means the term, yeah, the quantity which is more than minus 2, it will be more than minus 4. So it means out of these two values, we will consider a 1, 2. So from 1 and 2, we can take, a greater than equal to minus 2. So when a greater than equal to minus 2, the minimum value is of course minus 2. So it means you can conclude the least value of a equal to, so the least value of a equal to minus 2. Okay, this is the answer. So thank you so much. So we have taken some, very, you can say, usual and very important question from CBSE exam point of view. And before watching this video, maybe you can watch the previous videos so that the chapter can be completed in a very systematic manner. Okay, thank you so much.